I've been doing the carnivore diet for over a year, but when I first started, it would have been nice if I had a blueprint or a manual that told me what the most common mistakes were and how to try and avoid them. So, with that in mind, I have compiled my own list. So, here they are in no particular order. First one, having a cheat day. I know that you're thinking, it's okay, I can have a cheat day or a cheat meal every once in a while, or just have a little something that I know I shouldn't, but just that one time won't be a problem, right? But this is a huge pitfall for people, no doubt about it. The best thing early on the carnivore diet is to stay away from having cheat days and just concentrate on eating the proper human diet. So you may, as you go on, decide that you want to have a cheat day or a cheat meal here and there. But in those first 60 to 90 days, try and stay away from having cheat days or cheat meals. Just concentrate on the food that you're supposed to eat those foods, let your body start to heal and get over sugar cravings and so forth. All right, so now the second one is snacking. Early on, again, first 60, 90 days, try not to snack. I know that you will have sugar cravings, carb cravings, and sometimes the best thing is to take a snack of something healthy. Let's say you have some beef jerky or some bacon or something like that. That does work well to try and overcome the cravings, but snacking early on actually leads to more cravings. So try again just like in the first option with the cheat meal, just try and stick to eating normal, proper human diet food, right? Um, Try to eat as much as you can until you're comfortably stuffed and don't eat again until you're hungry enough for a meal. Avoid the snacking, wait until you're hungry enough for another meal, and then eat again at that point, but eat an entire meal so that you get comfortably stuffed again. All right, the next one on my list here is actually not eating enough. It can be hard to realize just how much you need to eat, especially when you're used to thinking about dieting and thinking that you need to count calories. With the carnivore diet, you do not count calories. You don't worry about exactly how much you're eating. It's about eating the right foods. Make sure that you have enough of the fat content in your diet and you're eating enough to be comfortably stuffed each time that you eat a meal. So if you're not eating enough in your meal that you feel nice and full, then you haven't ate enough. And what's going to happen is you're going to want to snack or you're going to have the carb cravings, sugar cravings, and so forth. So make sure that you eat until you are comfortably stuffed. And then the next time that you start to feel hungry, go ahead and eat another full meal again. And if you eat 2 or 3 times a day with doing that, and it seems to like it's more food than you used to eat, it's still okay as long as you are eating the correct foods. We're talking about basically just eating meat and mostly from ruminant animals is best. Chicken is okay, and turkey and stuff like that, but the meat from ruminant animals is best, and the fat that comes with that meat. So make sure that you're eating enough of both of those. And don't worry if, let's say, you decide to have a steak and a 12-ounce steak doesn't fill you up, then keep eating more steak. Eat 16, 20, 24 ounces, whatever it takes for you to actually be comfortably stuffed from that meal. All right, the next thing on the list is trying to go to OMAD, which is one meal a day in the first 60 days on the carnivore diet. If you are eating the standard American diet, you're probably eating at least twice, if not 3 or 4 times a day. And trying to change early on to just one meal a day can be very tough, especially when you may have had a pretty high carb diet before and your body needs a lot of nutrients to start getting healthy and rebuild your health and so forth. So don't change up early on to one meal a day. Pretty much go two, three, even if you have to, four, but usually it's two or three meals a day. Um, if you have been doing 3 meals a day before carnivore, probably start with 3 meals a day again. And again, you want to eat enough meat and animal fat that you are feeling comfortably stuffed with your meal. And then eat again when you get hungry again. And early on, it's probably going to be at least twice a day, if not 3 times a day, that you're going to eat. Um, Especially if you've had a very high carb diet. All right, so now the last one here is trying the latest craze within the carnivore community. So, what do I mean by this here? Quite often, there will be different types of crazes out there or challenges that you will see. At one point, there was a pretty popular one called the sardines fast, where you just ate sardines for whatever it would be 48 hours or 72 hours or whatever you could do. I have seen like egg fasts out there, um, where basically you're just eating eggs. And, there's just other different types of crazes, whatever it is that seems to be like the popular thing that everybody is doing right now in carnivore. Um, it's fine to go ahead and try those crazes later on, but when you're early on in the carnivore diet, you just need to stick to eating the right foods, for which is the huge thing, right? Make sure that you're eating the right foods and eating enough of the right foods so that you're getting comfortably stuffed at each meal that you eat. And the big thing with this is that it's going to help your body to start healing itself. Most likely, when you're first starting the carnivore diet, you have a lot of inflammation in your body, and your body has to work on getting rid of that inflammation. So your your healthy eating is going to help with that, but it also does take some time to get rid of that inflammation. So give yourself those first 60 to 90 days of just eating the way you should, eating two, 3 meals a day, whatever it is that works, eating till you're comfortably stuffed, making sure that you have enough animal fat in the diet, eating as much ruminant animal meat as possible. Um, Big one there is beef. That tends to be pretty popular. But there's obviously other ruminant animals that you can eat the meat from. Um, Beef can be, though, some of the better tasting and cheap even meals from ruminant animals. You can get ground beef for a fairly good price. You can get make chuck roasts that are a really good price and so forth. But the key here, don't change up what you're doing just because there's a craze, right? So if what you're currently doing is working, there's no reason to change things up. So let's say you're 30 days into the carnivore diet and it's working well for you. You're losing weight. Uh, just because you now watch a video and somebody is trying, let's say, the sardines fast, and that seems to be popping up on YouTube everywhere that everyone's doing a sardines fast. Don't go to changing what you're doing to do that sardines fast because what you have been doing has been working. You want to keep doing what is working because that's going to be the quickest way to get to the results you want, which, it doesn't matter if it's losing weight or fixing different health ailments or whatever. If it's working for you, keep doing it. The time to change up what you're doing is when you've had some sort of stall for a couple weeks. If you're trying to lose weight and you haven't been able to lose any weight for a couple weeks, or you're having some flare ups from something, then maybe that's when you need to kind of step back, change up a little bit of what you're doing. You don't have to necessarily do the latest craze that's out there or anything like that, but you can definitely look at how you've been eating over the last few weeks and make the adjustments that seem like the right adjustments for you. So those are my top 5 pitfalls and how to overcome them. I hope that this video helps you out. And if you do like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe and share this video with any of your friends and family. That'll help to get the message out there and help people that are starting new on the carnivore diet and maybe running into some of these issues, these pitfalls and so forth.